Disability doesn't define an individual. You find that people with disabilities don't really think about their disability as much as people who are interacting with them. So when you meet someone who has who's slow to speak, for instance, and you're really struggling with trying to hear and understand and that sort of thing, and you get very nervous because you're not sure you can understand what they're saying. You get upset. What if I don't know what they're trying to say? My friend Frank that I mentioned earlier was like this. I couldn't always understand him, and sometimes the more emotional he got, the less articulate he was able to be, and so it was harder and harder to understand him. The more important the topic. And so I would always get frozen and afraid that I'd be in a conversation with Frank, he'd get very emotional, and I wouldn't know what to happen. In fact, one day, he tried to say one sentence to me for at least 20 minutes. He tried to say the same sentence over and over again, and I said, I don't know what you're saying, Frank. Can we just move on? And he insisted. He would not move on. He said, no, I'm going to keep saying this. In his mind, he said, I'm going to keep saying this because eventually you're going to hear it. You're going to understand what I'm saying. And it wasn't bothering Frank. It was an inconvenience to him, but Frank knows that people don't understand him easily. He's used to it, and so he's willing to work through it. Are you willing to work through it with Frank? That's the question I had to face. Because I was almost like, well, I'd rather just not even be in that situation. Well, where's that leave Frank? Isolated, alone, unable to express his most heartfelt desires. That's a bad spot to be in, isn't it? You don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. No one wants to be there. So the idea is that people are people. Disability doesn't define someone. And in fact, people with disabilities are quite used to their disability. And so you don't have to worry so much about them. Just worry about being yourself and communicating and participating with them.
We are